Actually, I didn't expect to do this, but I have to do this because I feel sorry for the victim. This is a very sad story about how a family problems affecting a third party. This is about a driver that was accused of molesting the child of the couple. The wife and the husband, they are now going through the Sharia court for custody battle. So to cut the story short, they were separated, and the husband had like 2 days or few hours to spend with the kid. Then so this family has many drivers. So suddenly one day the wife lodged a police report about how the driver molested the daughter, and that the husband knew about it and tried to cover it up. So this then went on along a big hoo-ha, and police lodged report. This guy went through hell. Basically, obviously he's a married man, this driver. He's a married man and also with 2 kids, unfortunately, it caused a lot of friction in the family and all that. Anyway, he was arrested, he was investigated, everything. So then he was NFA, which is no further action, because there were evidence that the husband, the driver, was not actually working on that day. The family is quite a VIP family. They are very well off. They have about 5 drivers. So unfortunately for the wife, she probably didn't know that the driver wasn't working for the husband that day. Anyway, so then obviously this driver now lost his job. Okay, he didn't even want to tell his own family about what happened, because people are very judgmental. So people may judge him. So only his wife and his wife's family knew, because the wife's family got involved to bail him out at the police station. Now, so upon advice by his lawyer, obviously he still can't get a job because of the accusation. So he lodged a false police report against the wife of the employer, who actually made the police report against him. And so the police then investigated everything, and obviously when the police charge somebody, yes, I know there are some bad cops over there, but they can't just charge anyone because obviously they have investigated the whole story, even interviewed the child concerned, and seen the evidence of the videos and everything. So they charged the wife for lodging false police report. Okay, now that's the most interesting part now here. The wife then, who is also from a VIP family, these all rich people, brought in NGOs, very big NGOs with very influential people in the NGO itself. So this story is actually in the media. The case of Maya Fuad, I think. So this NGO was shouting about, how can you charge a mother who lodged a police report upon hearing that his child or her child being molested. So because this is a legal requirement by the law. Yes, we understand that, and I am all for it. But you see, out of 100% police report lodged against sexual abuse against children, we must remember, and I'm very disappointed that people don't check the background of this story. Is there a custody battle going on? Is there something else? You don't just jump into the boat and then say, yeah. We have to support people who lodge sexual abuse. I am all for it. If you know me, that I will not go on the side of the wrong if I can help it, if I know in advance. I agree to do this because I really feel sorry for the driver. He has lost his job. He has no source of income now. I went to visit him at his house. The wife is feeling very depressed, even the driver as well. When he wants to apply for a job, he couldn't, because there is a police report against him, even though he was not charged. So this is an injustice to me. So when this NGO wants to get involved, please check the background, because a lot of cases, custody battle cases, there are unscrupulous lawyers who will advise their client to do so, because if there is a sexual abuse accusation against the other side, obviously it will be biased. This NGO making a lot of noise. It was in newspaper, to the extent of like maligning the husband's family, and this family was trying to keep a civil, position. But unfortunately, they allow me to actually do this, because they are at the end of the tethers. Because recently, after the wife's lawyers wrote a direct letter to the AG Chambers to release the wife from the charges, even without hearing any evidence, no trials, no hearing started yet, okay? The Lim Guan Eng case is separate, different, because Lim Guan Eng case, they have heard many witnesses, many evidence. In fact, it's already more than half the trial, and the AG Chambers dropped the case because they discovered, okay, we don't have enough evidence here. But in this matter, even without hearing the so-called the surrounding allegation, the AG Chambers, the lawyers wrote a direct letter to the AG Chambers, and then not even have the courtesy to extend the letter to the DPP in charge, just direct to the AG Chambers, until the court actually have to ask the lawyers to actually give a copy to the DPP in charge. Okay, this is not a normal procedure. You normally write a representation to the area of where you are being charged. Then only they will have to extend the letter to the AG Chambers. But now they went direct to the AG Chambers. Okay, I don't want to accuse of anything, because I know, the NGOs are very influential people. We don't know what's going on, but suddenly the thing came back, the AG Chambers dropped the case. Now, how does it look like for the driver now? You see, now he is now going round the second round of feeling guilty, feeling not receive justice, because here is a woman who actually lodged a false police report against him. For whatever reason, this guy has been working for the family for nearly 10 years. Okay, nearly 10 years. And this driver they have 5 drivers, all Malays except him. I'm not going to say it's being racist, but why, of all the 5 drivers, she put the accusation on Nivan, who is actually the Indian driver, the only non-Malay driver in the family. So I just felt that the whole thing is very unjustified. It's not right. There is a victim here. Don't forget, the driver is the victim, as well as the children. When we as NGO getting involved, we must understand the story from where it's coming from. If there is a custody battle and then you felt, please check the details. You don't just go and support because this is a requirement. But do you think about what happened to the victim? The victim that has been accused as the molester, although he's been NFA'd, but still there is that hanging accusation against him. Because the person who accused him is still now being let free. So people may think, if it's not true, why do they let the person who lodged the false police report free? So there is a lot of question. Why not? The AG Chambers let the hearing goes on. If in the middle of the trial, you really felt there is no case against this woman about the allegation of false police report, you drop it. They can drop it at any time during the hearing, during the trial. Why? Even before starting. So who's going to now help this driver and his families? Who's going to build up his reputation again? So I am really not happy about this. I think there is a serious injustice done to the driver. And there is a serious injustice done to the whole situation, just because this person who allegedly lodged a false police report being backed up by so-called very well-known NGOs, powerful people behind it. So this driver has no one, so you think you can all just do anything. I would urge the AG Chambers to look again, and I believe the lawyer of this driver has already written to the AG Chambers to actually look into the case again. Let the case run, because if there is no evidence, drop it, no problem. But no evidence been heard yet. So how do you make a decision that, you know, there is no case against this woman? Because you cannot take every accusation of child molestation or rape or abuse as 100% kosher, because it is proven in a custody battle, people will use this as part of their game plan. So I would urge the AG Chambers to actually look into this and really do the right thing. Not because you're friends with this, not because of this, not because of that. No, you know, I support Pakatan Harapan, I support Tommy Thomas. You know, I really was very happy. But if this is the way you are going to do it, I don't think this is the right way. I don't think the public will be happy about this, because there is a victim here, in which you guys will see a little short video of the, you know, he's even willing to come out now because he felt really bad, you know, for not being able to, you know, really public people don't know, and he felt that he's been treated really unjustly and not achieving what he's supposed to achieve. You know, the satisfaction of seeing someone who actually made his life hell. You know, so you know, you cannot think that you are rich and then you can just accuse anyone who is poor, a driver, nobody. You can just do that for your own benefit. And I will not allow that, and I'm going to help this guy as much as I can. So after this, my video, you will see a little short video of this guy explaining him and his wife, you know, what he went through. It is really, really sad. So please do the right thing, Mr. Tommy Thomas. I know you will, because you are a very righteous and upright person. Thank you.